rather than put on angry rap music, instead of angry rap music, put on some kind of music that that reflects a little bit how you feel, but say something, or if it's rap, like Immortal Technique, like Revolution rap, or something along those lines. Something of, I don't care about you watching me, I'm breaking free of this anyway, I don't care. Because the idea is getting you to somehow care that you're being followed. I'm being followed constantly. I mean constantly. Like, there's an FBI van that's out there watching me that actually says FBI van on its signal. I mean, it's hysterical. So if you take that opinion, now he says it's very hard for them to take that opinion because of what was done to them as children. Okay. Now he says, for those of you that have a hard time with that because of what was done to you as children, how you were abducted, harassed, threatened, now that you have more control, go back using your stronger telepathic abilities, way stronger than me apparently, and see yourself going back and say, there's some gray making you lie down on a table, you're just 4 years old, and see yourself walk up to that thing and do whatever you want to do to it. Maybe it's smash it against the wall. Maybe it's scream at it and then punch it in the face and then stomp on it until everything turns green. Maybe it's so you see a tall one and then you yell, and maybe you want to scream at them, especially to the yell, how dare you do this to an innocent little child of any race? How dare you? Say whatever you want to say. And for all of those events, go back into that memory. And he says this is very, very hard for them. And with some of them, they don't remember. And will be stopped by unknown, kind of what I would call the biological triggers with the reptilians, doing that, except they would be stopped more like getting shocked, almost, but not remember whatever was done to them. So he says, for the situations where it's really, really difficult to function around it, ask for the Ascended Masters, whichever one you prefer. And he says it's hard for them to ask for Jesus, so ask for Buddha, because you are not your body. Ha 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 ha. That's really funny. After what you guys were trying to do to me with the Buddha thing, that's really funny. You are not your hardware. You are not your implants. You are not that. You are a consciousness, a soul, a sovereign entity. So, call upon Buddha. Yes, go for that, guys. Call upon Buddha. And repeat, I am that I am. I am not my body. I am a sovereign soul. I am a sovereign soul. And you see, ultimately, this state of mind produces such a frequency that it causes the light to grow within you. It causes you to evolve before your very eyes. I mean, look at me. Hello. It causes you to evolve right before your very eyes. If you thought that you could only survive in a certain way doing certain things, then it's like, oh, whoa, that just changed. And you begin to be able to experience things as you would say like a human would. But it's not like a human would, it's just more in the direction of what is preferred. It just so happens that apparently humans have an experience that is pretty preferred, and it gets kept from us because you all are jealous. But what you don't figure out is that, once you tell us that we've got it great compared to the rest of you guys, we say, oh, Well then, let us help you up. Then let us help you. Figure this all out. Then, and don't you think that you're gonna be sneaking in and killing any of us? Cause we're a little too smart for that now. But we can help you ascend if you want to. Um, so yeah, that's I think whatever Cryon said. I'm gonna have to play this again because I don't remember half of what Cryon said with a lot of with a lot of that. Um, but okay, yeah, he said you are not your body. That is like total inside joke with them. So you guys, you are not your hardware, your implants, or your body, or your DNA even. You are the soul that of ultimate creation. He says they have trouble understanding that idea because they're so into the numbers and the equations. And if something doesn't make sense with numbers, then it doesn't make sense to them. And he says this is where with you, it just, even if it doesn't have numbers with it, it still makes sense. Because even though it's, quote, inexplicable, it's still explicable because of the essence of creation itself. Which he says, like, again, I've said this before, which he says you can explain with the numbers why the numbers do random things all of the time. And that there is a way to, show it with numbers, but that there is something that is beyond that, which is so difficult to grasp in any kind of scientific way, really, that we have, and also that the Greys have, that they think that they know it all, but that they don't. And that this is something like the Arcturians are saying this is something that we respect, like imagine in Avatar, where they are praying to the tree or to Awa or whatever, something to do with the essence of creation, which doesn't have any equations with it necessarily, unless you want to, I don't know, throw equations around with creation because you like numbers. I don't know. That is what the Greys are missing. And then what the Reptilians are really missing is that, one, they're programmed like, oh my god, you would not even believe programmed. And they can't break out of their program. And you try and tell them you're in a program, and they're like, duh, duh, totally confused mice in a maze. And then the ones that you do manage to get through to, their instincts override their thinking, and they try to feed off of you, or try to possess you, or have sex with you in some other very crude fashion, and attempt to rule over you because they're programmed to do that. And then you try and tell them you're doing it again, and then they actually after a while they tell you sorry for screwing with you, even though they know they're doing it. And it's like that the programming is so bad that that's what's screwing them up a lot. But also the carnal urges that they have to start to discipline themselves, and that she knows that that's pretty hard. I used to be a freaking heroin addict and a prostitute. So, would you call that restraining one's impulses? No, I would call that not restraining one's impulses. So, I had to learn. And yeah, it's hard to do. It's hard to do. But you can do it. If you are determined to do it, you can do it. So, with that, I think I'll finally conclude these interesting segments of Arcturian philosophy and try out, we have Alien OG from MJ Holistics, which appears to be run by some Yell, but hey, they haven't fucked with me yet, so whatever. And Hero Wanna. And these were little $35 eighth budlets, as they said. Not big, nice, pretty-looking things, but I think I don't care. You guys haven't exactly screwed with me, so I'll keep my business with you then. So I will have a nice night enjoying this, but they did totally forget my brownie. I was supposed to get a cheesecake swirl brownie because I decided to cheat on the vegan thing, and they forgot to bring it. But they said, when I called, she said, "Oh, we'll give you something extra tomorrow." So I thought, okay, cool. So that works out. So I will talk to you later on Arcturian Philosophy. Remember, brought to you by my website. Go to it, infinitelightlove.org, and my email address, arcturianphilosophy@gmail.com, or ibogahealing@gmail.com. That's IBOGA healing@gmail.com. And then Skype is Eden's, so Eden S. Hawk. And I want to talk to some of you. Eventually, I'm going to talk to some of you out there. I mean, I was Nietzsche, and I predicted this stuff. I mean, this is awesome, guys. Even though, yeah, I know, as Nietzsche, he was a total asshole. I do know that. And so I know this version of myself, especially being a girl, which is, weird, okay? Has to become a little bit better and not be as totally arrogant as he was. I'm getting better at it. No, I am. Come on, shut up. I'll see you all later on another episode of Arcturian Philosophy. Blessings.